Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm here to convince you to take a philosophy class in college. Well, you may think that philosophy is just about sitting down under a tree, talking about life in general, discussing whether or not you were alive, and all that jazz. But no, do you know? It's not only about talking about Plato, Aristotle, or any other famous Greek philosophy, it's much more than that. A philosophy class, and more specifically, this class is a very different type of philosophy, one that many people has never thought about, which is a rational decision-making class. Well, you might think, I already know how to make my own decisions. I, I don't need that class to help me. Well, you are probably wrong, and I can prove it in this very simple test. Let's imagine that you have two options here. You can either stay at home and watch a movie or go to the park on the weekend. And to make your decision, you decided to go and check the weather, and there is a 40% chance of raining on the weekends. So after that, you might think, well, what should I do now? One way you can say is like, well, I will go to the park. The probability of raining is not really that big, but when you get there, everything is ruining because the rain started and you just wasted your day. Or you can stay at home and try to play safe. So, which one of those are the best? Which one should you choose? I might just have the answer for you. One way to make a decisions here is using a decision under ignorance table and theory. To do the table, it's very simple. You need to select which one of your options. Well, here we have you either go to the movies or you go to the park. Then you place the possible weather situation and the probability of that happening. So in this case we have two options, which is rainy or sunny. And you make that times 0.4, which relates to 40% of chance of raining, and to sun is 0.6 because it's 6% of chance of not raining. In the middle part, we will have to put an utility. And what is an utility? An utility is a number that represents how much you expect to have fun in that day. So let's put in a scale 0 to 100. So it is raining. Your expected utility, let's say this is something around 70. But if you go to the park, let's say something around 10. On the other hand, if it's sunny, if you decided to go to the movies, let's say it's something about 50, but if you go to the park, it's about 85. So with those numbers placed, you need to multiply each of them by the percentage. So if you get movies and rain, which is 70, you multiply that by times 0.4, which will give you a result of 28. And for parks, you multiply that for 0.42, which is 4. You do the same thing with movies on sunny, but in this time you multiply by 0.6, which is 30, and then to parks is 51. You add those two numbers, and the result of that, it should be your overall expected utility for both situations. So in this case, we have here that movies, you will have an overall utility higher, not a lot, but a little bit higher than if you go to the park. That is not only one way to make a decision, and that is not the only situation that people and you have to do in your everyday life. If you really want to know more about how to make your own decisions in a better way, you really should register for this class. Thank you.